This time I'm going to be making a pull start for the mud tractor, mud mower, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm doing right now is there were these holes already in here and they were already tapped. So I can already fit a screw in them. Oh gosh, whatever. Yeah, I can already fit a screw in them. Just like that. And I'm going to try and make a pull start for it. And the pulley that I'm using to make the pull start is off of the mower deck that you saw in the first video of this, whatever you want to call it, series. And I've got it in my garage over here. And I found those two bolts that fit it. As you saw, it took me forever to do that. You see here, these two holes, they're too small. So I'm gonna drill those out with this, which matches the holes in the, whatever you want to call it, flywheel. And so I'll drill that out and see how the rest of it goes. So there's the first hole drilled. You can definitely tell a difference in the size. That's a good one right there. So yeah, it's going pretty well so far. So now I'll do this hole and I'll go try and fit it to the tractor again. So there you go, there's both holes drilled. I'm not going to touch it just yet because it's still really hot from me drilling, but looks good. I'll clean those metal shavings off, let it cool off, and I'll try and fit it to the tractor again. So I'm going to be test fitting it onto the tractor. Yeah, I know these bolts are two different lengths, but these aren't the bolts I'm going to be using for the final bit of it, for the final product. They're just for testing and see what size bolts I need. So there's those two holes again that already have, whatever you call them, pre-tapped, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screw that one in a bit. And, oh, that did not work. Okay. That one's done a little bit. I'm going to get this and turn a little bit. Tighten them down a bit. And of course I'm going to have spacers so the pull start isn't way down in there so you can't reach it or anything. It's going to be up above the flywheel. Okay, but you see, that's in there nice and tight now. So once again, those aren't the final bolts that I'm going to be using. I'm actually going to get some real bolts that'll fit that, but that's going to be it for now. Alright, now I'm cutting these spacers. So it like elevates the pulley up from the flywheel so that I can actually so that I can actually get the rope around it. My mind went back there. Okay, I'm just gonna hold these. I'll do one at a time, and I'm just cutting this part off because you see this part's skinnier. It won't rattle around as much. These are just gonna be temporary. But the smaller part's the only one that actually fits the bolts that I'm using. So those are the ones that I'm using, just so they don't rattle around as much and make as much noise. So I got those cut. There's some pretty awful cuts, but I'll do something about that. It's got a little dirt in it. This one does. This one does not. But yeah, I'll get those cleaned out and fix up this crappy cut. So you can see I've got it on here, and I've already got the spacers down there too. So this turned out pretty well. So I wrap the rope around it. It's not actually going to be like this. So once again, I'm shortening the bolt. I'll end up cutting that little notch in here that the end of the rope goes into, but works pretty good for now, so I'm pretty happy with it. That's not the end of this video yet, because I still gotta clean it up and finish. Alright, so tomorrow morning, I was this morning, and pretty much last night I just threw some paint on these things just to make them look a little nicer. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the best, but it does look a lot better. So there's that. And now I still need to get the bolts, and I need to buy a key. So I just ran out to Home Depot, picked up some two bolts, and picked up some other stuff. Bought a key, a new air filter, because the old one is pretty clogged up. So yeah, I'll get to putting this stuff on and get back to the pull start. Got the bolts on, they fit really great. I'm just gonna grab 2 more spacers to go up here. And also, that universal key I bought should work too. You can see the battery's dead though. It's also another reason why I'm making this pull start. New air filters in. I'll get that finished up in a minute or two. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab some spacers for this and go ahead and get this done. Alright, so I got it all hooked up. Nice and sturdy. I ended up not putting the spacers on the top. But you can see here, I did something like really, I don't know how to explain it. I put a nut up under here, then a washer, then this. And that's gonna rattle around really bad, I'm sure. Actually, okay, I just need to tighten this side, but it's really good. So we got a key. We have a pull start. It hasn't been started in like 3 years, but I think it's worth a shot. I might try it. I don't know. If I do, the first official start will be in a different video, but that's actually going to be it for this video. Just a quick little video on how I made the pull start for it. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and give me some ideas for this thing.